Welcome to SSR Pharma Media, your trusted source for pharma knowledge. Decode the Pharmaceutics MCQs made simple. Today we are going to discuss about evaporation. Prepare, practice, succeed. Under the evaporation, we are going to cover the heat process of in evaporation, factor influencing evaporation, classification of evaporators, evaporation equipments. So the heat process, heat. So heat is a form of energy used in various processes. So example, it's used in the fusion, ignition, boiling, desiccation, excitation, evaporation, distillation, sublimation, freeze drying. So for these purpose, we'll use the heat. Source of heat generated by burning or electrical current. So it is used for the solids, evaporating the solids, liquids, gas, fuel, heating, effect of electricity. And the heat transfer methods are conduction, convection, radiations. So conductions means it's the transfer of heat via momentum of molecules. So no mixing occurs in solids or liquids. So examples are Fourier's law, the law of heat conduction. So Fourier's law, so rate directly proportional to the area and heat divided by length. Convection, so convection is the heat transfer via actual motion or mixing of particles. So occurs in liquids and gases. So for examples, the warmer portions mix with cooler portions. Radiations means the heat transfer through space without medium via electromagnetic waves. So examples, the sun heat reaching earth. So it's type of radiation heat. So next is a heating methods. So direct heating, indirect heating. So direct heating is the material heated directly in vessels. Examples, direct using direct flame. Indirect heating, material heated using intermediate medium. So example, water bath, steam bath, sand bath, acid bath, glycerin bath. So we'll see the difference between conduction, convection, radiations. So conduction is a means, so directly the heat transfers. So heat will, when we keep any metals on the heating coils or any flame, so the heat transfer from the tip of this metal towards the metal. So it's called heat conduction methods, direct heat transfers. So through object, solids or liquids. So examples, metal spoon in hot tea. Convection is heat transfer by moving fluids. So this are examples of the when you are heating this fluids using the vessels. So the heat transfer within this fluids. So it is called convections. So boiling water and weathers. Radiation heat transfer by energy waves like from sun to earth. So heat transfer from sun to earth, it's called radiation heat. And which of the following is an example of heat transfer by conduction? So option C, iron rod getting hot at one end when the other end is heated. Fourier law relates the rate of heat transfer to which of the following? So option A, surface area, temperature differences and path length. Which method of heat transfer involves actual moment of mixing of particles? So option B, convection type of heat transfer. The heat of the sun reaching the earth is an example of radiation heat. Which of the following is a form of indirect heating? So option B, using a water bath to heat a sample. Which of the following process uses heat? Option D, all the above. So process of heat is used to sublimation, evaporation, distillation. So all of the above is the correct answer. Which source can generate heat through the heating effect of electricity? Option C, electric current. So heat can be produced by resistance of a conductor to electric current. Direct heating refers to, so option B, placing the material directly in the flame or heat source. Which of the following baths is used for indirect heating? So option B, steam bath is used as an indirect heating. Conduction is least effective in which medium? Option C, gases. Because gases have widely spaced molecules, so conduction is less effective. So next is the evaporation. So evaporation is the process of vaporizing large quantities of volatile liquids to get a concentrated product. So factors influencing evaporators are temperature, vapor pressure, surface area, agitation. So temperatures when increases, so increases the evaporations. Vapor pressure increases and increases the rate of evaporations. Surface area increases as well as increases the evaporations. And agitation breaks layers, increases the rate of evaporations. Next is the classification of evaporators. So evaporators with heating medium in jacket is a type of evaporation type. So for this, equipments are used as steam jacketed kettle. So evaporation pan. So it is working heat through the jacket, then it's boiling to vapor escapes. This is the mechanism of this evaporation with the heating medium in jacket, and this is the equipments. So next is evaporation with tubular heating surface and heat transfer through tubes. This is the mechanism. So under this there are three processes are there. Horizontal tube. So horizontal tube evaporators are the equipments. It's a liquid outside tubes and steam inside. Vertical tube is a short tube. It's a single effect. Short tube vertical evaporator equipment. Steam used once and simple system. Long tube is a natural circulation and it's a climbing film evaporator. So climbing or rising film evaporator is equipment. So liquid forms thin film and leads fast heating transfer. And next is a forced circulation. So on the vertical there are single effect, multiple effect. Same like that, long tube, natural circulation and forced circulations. In forced circulation evaporators are the equipment. The pump driven flow leads suitable for viscous liquids. Evaporation is defined as, so option B, vaporization of large quantity of volatile liquid. Which factor increases the rate of evaporation? So option C, increases in vapor pressure. Effect of temperature on evaporation is, option C, increases evaporations. Why does agitation increases evaporation rate? So option B, breaks surface layer. Which evaporator uses a heating medium in a jacket? So option C, steam jacketed kettle. Horizontal tube evaporator belongs to option B, tubular heating surface. Short tube vertical evaporator is also called option C, crystallization. So, or it is also called as calandria evaporator. So, here this is the answer is replaced. Crystallization is also called as calandria evaporator. So, it is also called short tube vertical evaporator. So, another name is called calandria evaporator. Multiple effect evaporator is used to option C, improve steam economy. Climbing film evaporator works on option B, natural circulation. Forced circulation evaporator is used when option C, liquid is viscous or falling. So next is evaporation equipments. So evaporators are evaporating pan. So it is used only aqueous and thermostatic liquid. Vacuum pan, it's used for thermolabile substance. Evaporating stills, it is used only thermolabile substance. Horizontal tube evaporator, it is used for liquids that do not crystallize and liquids do not form scales and are non-viscous. So next is a vertical tube evaporator. It is also called as calandria. It is used in sugar industry and it is used for concentrated cascara extract and not suitable for foamy liquids. Vertical tube evaporator, basket type, it is used for sugar, salts and heavy chemicals evaporations. Climbing film evaporator, Hessner tube, it's also called as Hessner tube. It's used for insulin evaporation, vitamins, blood plasma, liver extract. It's also used for thermolabile material and foamy or corrosive liquids are not suitable for viscous liquids. Evaporators, evaporating pan, aqueous and thermostatic liquid. Vacuum pan, thermolabile substance. Evaporating still, thermolabile material. Horizontal tube, non-viscous, non-scaling liquid. Vertical tube, sugar industry, not for foamy liquid. Basket type, sugar, salt, heavy chemicals. Climbing, it's thermolabile and foamy liquids, not for viscous liquids. It's for short quick review. Steam jacketed kettle is mainly used for option C, aqueous and thermostable liquids. Which evaporator is preferred for thermolabile materials? So option B, vacuum pan. Evaporating stills are mainly used for, so option B, thermolabile materials. Horizontal tube evaporators is suitable for, so option C, non-viscous, non-scaling liquids. Calandria evaporator is widely used in, so option B, sugar industry. Which evaporator is not suitable for foamy liquids? So option C, calandria evaporator. Basket type evaporator is mainly used for option B, sugar, salts and heavy chemicals. Climbing film evaporator is also known as option B, production of penicillin. Which evaporator is suitable for blood plasma and insulin? So option C, climbing film evaporator. Climbing film evaporator is not suitable for option D, viscous liquids. Evaporating pan is mainly used for option C, aqueous thermostable liquids. Which factor has the maximum influence on rate of evaporation? So answer into the comment box. So join in our WhatsApp community. You will get hands-on material, as well as you check the SSR Pharma media and go to the playlist. You will get number of series videos. Thank you. Like, subscribe and share.